Here comes Rick. That's what we'll talk about at lunch today. Hope you're having a nice lunch. Hope you had a nice Christmas. Hope you didn't overdo it so much that you can't have a nice lunch. Rick Santorum. He was always the guy left out in the debates, the last guy they come to, the one furthest on the extreme away from the center. I always thought he was sort of the Rodney Dangerfield, I ain't getting no respect candidate in this Republican primary. But suddenly he's getting a lot of respect. First of all, he's the only one that hasn't had a boatload of negatives dumped on his head. Everybody else has been through the mill, and he's kind of the new arrival. And as such, he's coming in at just about the right time. There's always been a sort of sub-primary going on for who's going to be the un-Romney, the anti-Romney. And originally it was going to be Bachmann, and then it was going to be Perry, and then it was going to be Kaine, and then it was going to be Gingrich. And Gingrich is obviously still the most likely alternative to Romney, but he's getting boatloads of negatives dumped on his head. In tomorrow's video, we'll talk about whether they're accurate or not, and I'll go through them with you. But just the fact that they exist, $10 million worth, and he has no money to answer them. See, when Newt should have been raising money in late November and early December when he was surging, he wasn't. He'd fired his consultants, he'd dismantled his structure. It was just his own brains against the world, and that's fine, except when the world is running $10 million of negative ads against you, then you need some money to be able to answer, and he doesn't have it. So in the Rasmussen poll, he's slipped from 32% in first place in Iowa down to 18% in third place in Iowa. And that drop has continued in the last week. So what's happening now is that in this sort of mini primary for who's going to be the opponent to Romney, you had Perry, who stagnated at about 10% in Iowa, Kaine, who withdrew, Bachmann, who looked like she was moving, went from 5 to 7 or 8, and now she's back to 6, so she's not going anywhere. And then you have Santorum, and of course Gingrich, but Gingrich has dropped. So Santorum has gone from 4 to 6 to 10 in the Rasmussen polling. And in the Tea Party Patriots poll that they conducted by phone with 23,000 Tea Party members, he came in a strong third at 16%. Michelle Bachmann was 28, Gingrich was 30. So Santorum is moving, and he's a solid conservative. He's got a great record. He's a good debater. I think he's a little whiny, and he did lose his last Senate race in Pennsylvania, but he's a solid conservative, a good advocate, and as he endlessly points out in the debates, was there on a lot of these issues before a lot of the other candidates were. So he's worth having a look at. So thanks a lot. You can watch this video in safety now because Christmas is over and I'm no longer telling you about Dubs Goes to Washington. We'll revisit it on President's Day, though. But have a nice night, and we'll talk tomorrow in the video alert about whether these negatives against Newt are true or not. Thanks for watching.